like just engulfed in every word that she said. I like hung on to everything that she said, and I felt it, like the emotional connection. And I thought these were like real stories, but I found out they were, just monologues. They were made up fables. But I was like so engulfed in it, like that's what I want to do. So that was one thing, and then to do. And some things at that time I couldn't do because maybe I didn't have the money, or maybe I didn't have the resources, or maybe I just didn't have the information. So I think a lot of our dreams and goals come from, then once you break it down to say 10, you go through the 10 and see, okay, what's the maybe easiest to start, or what can I do right now with the resource. Like if I don't have any extra money or any extra time or equipment, what can I do right now to start something on here? Get in there. It wasn't too crowded. I went straight from work to the gym, and I had a great workout. So feeling good. Little tired, but feeling good.
Awesome.
How's your
what
morning
is
going?
your morning? Yeah, it's good. I did journaling and reading, and I went for a walk.
Oh, nice.
And now I came to office.
Oh, okay. Early mornings. So it seems like the connection is
Like,
bad in certain spots.
yes. So, what's your morning routine?
My morning routine, typically what I try to do, I work 10 p.m. to 6:30 a.m. So once I get home, like I'll either go straight from work to the gym. If not, I'll come home, I'll get some rest, I'll wake up, I try to meditate for about 10 minutes. After I meditate, I do affirmations. Then I do about 200 push-ups, and I eat,
Awesome.
try to read something, and that's pretty much it.
And who is Devon Triche? Like, what he do?
I am, I would say I'm a motivator. My goal is to motivate and inspire people to live their dreams. We all have dreams and aspirations and things that we desire to achieve and to do in this world. And a lot of times what I've learned a long time ago was that the richest place in the world is the cemetery, because a lot of people go to their graves with so much untapped potential, so many books, so many CDs, so many conferences, so many movie ideas, just different things like that. People go to the grave with all their potential still in them because of fear and because of different things like that. So my goal in here is to just help as many people as I can through inspiration, through motivation, in any way that I can to achieve their dreams. So I'm a dreamer, I'm a motivator, I'm an actor. I'm an activist to a certain degree. I like to stand up for for people who don't have a voice, for the voiceless. I like to stand up for people that's suffering injustice, and just going through things like that. Because just as a young man in America, I feel like there's so much going on in the world. Not just in America, but around the world, and we need people to stand up and voice their opinions and to help and to shed light on certain situations. So that's who I am.
And how was your childhood? Are you this confident or motivator or inspired since from your childhood?
Growing up, it's funny because I grew up with very low self-esteem. And, as I got older, and of course, I have parents who love me and they've instilled great things in me. But, you have to get to a certain point where you believe it. We can hear it all day, but it doesn't begin to click until you believe it. So as I got older and experienced life a little bit, I began to, I don't know, just kind of grow into myself and grow into my own thinking and understanding and just my own views of the world. And through that, just confidence kind of, I'm still working at it because I'm not where I want to be, but I'm in a decent place. Confident.
Awesome. And when you started acting, when you decided that you need to become an actor or you need to start as an take that career?
A couple of things started me as far as acting. Growing up, my mother, she used to do these like little skits at the like family reunions and different get-togethers, these monologues. And I was a little kid, and I felt it like the emotional connection, and I thought these were like real stories, but I found out they were, just monologues. They were made up fables. But I was like so engulfed in it, like that's what I want to do. So that was one thing. And then the other, like growing up, I had so many things that I wanted to do. Like I wanted to be a doctor, I wanted to be a lawyer, I wanted to be a basketball player, I wanted to be all these different professions. And I was sitting around one day, I was like, well, there's one way I can be all of those things, and that's by being an actor. So I could play a basketball player, I could play an
Yes.
author, I could play, all these characters, and I don't have to go to school 8 years to get this degree, or to become a doctor or become a dentist or whatever the case may be. And I can still fulfill those, desires. So that's how it came to
And
be as
like,
far as acting.
yes, do you think schooling or university education is necessary these days? That
Uh,
education helps?
you know, I think it does help. I mean, I don't think it's 100% necessary. I think because you can be self-taught. I think a lot of the best lessons learned aren't learned in the classroom. They're learned out
Yeah.
in the real world, just in life. But I think one of the biggest benefits of like going to a university is the connections, the friendships, a lot of people go to different universities and then they end up meeting people and they start businesses together, or they spark different ideas, and that cultivates something bigger. So I think it's about relationships, and I think it's about connections. So
And
yes and
like,
no to the answer to that question.
yes, it's like a 60-50%,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
60-40,
absolutely.
sorry. Yeah.
And it depends on the person. Some people that just don't have the patience or that school drive. They
Yes.
get bored easy, or so I think it's just depending on the person as well.
And like from my experience, I learned more things coming out after coming out from university about
Yeah,
life, entrepreneurship, confidence, how to grow. Because they didn't teach all of this.
yeah, absolutely. I say
Yeah.
you're gonna learn so much more in life, even just traveling and just seeing different cultures and just meeting different people, and just listening to their stories. It's like, man, I didn't learn this in school. And then school doesn't, I don't know about universities, but like school really don't teach the basics of life, like how to
Yes.
pay bills and how to, like you say, live with confidence, and how to uh, just the important basics of life. We really don't
Yeah,
learn in
because
school. So
confidence is like necessary for what we do, anything like anything for life. But
yeah,
they didn't teach that confidence. They just
exactly.
look for the grades and all those things.
Right. It's all about numbers, and people.
Yes.
As people, we're deeper than number, just a number. You know. So that I don't know, that's just my point point
Like,
of view.
yeah. What is your perspective? Like, what if your dreams, uh, like, if you have it, if you dream small?
My perspective on like dreaming small.
Yeah.
Um, I think a dream is a dream. However big or small it is. I don't think we can personally. I don't think we can put a size on a dream.
Okay.
Like somebody may have a dream to just help three people, right? I'm
Okay.
going to help these three people with their business, or I'm going to help these three people to become more confident, right? And then another person may say, I want to help 1 million people become more confident. But those three people can spark somebody else's brain
Somebody.
and then they end up changing the world. So I don't think it's about like I don't think it's about numbers or how big or small. I just think it's important to have a dream and to actually pursue it. You know, just be consistent and whatever you're dreaming. Of course, don't sell yourself short. You know, I guess that's a little different. If you're playing too small as far as your potential, the smaller dreams could, the smaller things can end up giving you more confidence to go after bigger goals. You know, so you can take small steps to a bigger goal, which is cool too. You just have to start. So I don't think it's bad to have a small goal or small dream. Just don't limit yourself. You know, reach that goal and keep going.
Like, what is your biggest goal to reach?
My biggest goal to reach would be, I would say, I want to help 1 million people achieve their dreams. So be it through encouragement, be it through helping them financially, be it through, because I want to create like scholarships for businesses, like, I mean, not for business, for dreamers. So say if you want to be a photographer, you don't have the money for the equipment
Money.
or for the classes, I will offer a scholarship to, you know, either help you with the equipment or help you take classes or something, because a lot of times we get discouraged because, you know, everything costs money. So sometimes we let that limit us and hold us back. So if I can help eliminate that, maybe that can help somebody get a little bit further. So I think that would be my ultimate goal.
Yeah, like what made you to think about that? Like, is there any situation that triggered you for that?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, just personally, you know, there's been so many ideas and things that I've had and wanted to do, and some things at that time I couldn't do because maybe I didn't have the money, or maybe I didn't have the resources, or maybe I just didn't have the information. So I think a lot of our dreams and goals come from problems that we've had and wanted to solve. So it's like once we figure it out for ourselves, like, okay, now nobody else can go through what I went through because I figured it out, and I can go out there and change the world in this way, because I know how it feels to suffer. I know how it feels to not have the tools that you need or feel that you need, or the connections or the money or whatever the case may be, you know. And I think a lot of people go through depression, you know, because if we're not living our purpose, or if we're not living in our, you know, fulfilling our dreams or moving towards a purpose, we're just standing still. And when we're standing still, it's like we have more time to think about the negative stuff, and we get depressed and sad and beat ourselves up and like, man, I wish. And that's time. You know, time is ticking. Time is constantly ticking. It doesn't stop at all, ever. So if I can help eliminate that for somebody, then I think I've done my job.
You spoke about depression, right? I have gone through that period when I'm searching. Like, I applied for so many jobs, but like I gave interviews, but that period is like with low self-esteem, like and that's the period where I got to know Evan Carmichael videos, like YouTube.
Nice.
Yes. And from that day, I started. Yeah, sure.
Sorry. I don't want my battery to die. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Yeah, during that depression period, I found Evan Carmichael.
Wow. It was right on time.
Yes.
The messenger comes when we need him.
Yes. And like, how you met Evan Carmichael? Sorry, I think it's. Sorry, guys. Yes.
I'm back. I don't know what happened. It's technology.
Yeah. Like, have you met Evan Carmichael? Have you?
Once we connected. He came out. 'Cause I'm from Chicago, but I've been in LA for 2.5 years, and we connected. He came out here about a year ago, about a year and a half ago. So he did like a meetup, and I was able to meet him for the first time. So that was pretty cool. It's crazy because how I found his channel, I was at work. Like I used to work for a company called Waste Management, and we're able to like listen to, like YouTube while we're working. So I would listen to just different, I would look up different interviews like Will Smith or Denzel Washington, like just a bunch of people who I look up to. And somehow I stumbled upon on his channel, and I noticed that he had all the people that I liked. Like he had the interviews in the top tens and things like that. And I'm like, man, this is just a one-stop shop. Like I don't have to search all day on the internet. I can just go straight to Evan's channel. And from that point on, like I've been watching his channel every day. I think I'm on like VTA 1153 today. So yeah, so I mean, just being consistent and just watching, and that's pretty much how we connected. So I've had the opportunity to work with him on a couple of projects. I mean, Evan's the man. He's cool. He's really cool.
Yeah, I saw I saw you helping with the Black Excellence video series.
Yeah. So that was pretty fun. Like finding different clips and just things that really speak to the people, and encourage it and promote Black excellence.
And I saw you like one post on your Instagram feed that you are on Oprah Winfrey Network. Like, can you tell about that?
Yeah, it was I was on a reality show called what's the name of that show? Welcome to Sweetie Pies. So what happened was I was going to an improv class at the time, and the couple characters from the show wanted to take an improv class. So they came to my class and they put us on the show pretty much. So it was just like just being at the right place at the right time, and I was able to get on the show. So that was cool just to be on the OWN network, have that little OWN sign at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I could check that off.
But one day you should take picture with Oprah.
I came close. We went to I went to this. It was a screening for one of the shows that's on that network. It was like a small crowd. She was there. She was really cool. And, I got close, but not close enough to get a picture with her.
Awesome.
I was like, next time.
Yes, sure. And and like, do you believe in law of attraction?
Yeah, I do. I definitely do. It's funny because about couple weeks ago, like I try to use it like with everything, but I try to really focus on smaller things first and build up to the bigger thing. Because when I first started learning it, I jumped in like, okay, I'm gonna believe for $1 billion, and sometimes if it's too big, sometimes it's hard to believe it. So I started with like smaller things. So a few weeks ago, I think I spent like $80, something like that. Like, I'm like, man, I spent $80 on just foolishness. And I was like, you know what? I need that money back. Like, I need it back from an unexpected source ASAP, right? So this was like a Friday night. That next day, I got $100 in my Cash App. Just
Awesome.
like that next day. Yeah, so I'm like, it's working. It's working. So.
Yeah, because I saw your post like on Instagram. You posted that the secret check.
Oh yeah. See, I try to keep things in front of me that that I would like to acquire. And
Yes,
I believe
because
it helps. Oh,
I
you do
tried
it?
it last year.
Oh, really? How did it work?
Like I wrote one number on that check and I pasted in my office desk and I see it every day. But I work towards it. And
Okay.
after 6 months, I reached that number.
Wow. That's
Yes.
congrats. That's and then you see, and after that you felt good. I'm sure your confidence was through the roof. You felt like you
Yes.
could conquer the world, and yeah, see that's how it goes. Like you start with something, you focus on it, and then you go to the next thing, then the next thing. So that's how I definitely believe it.
Awesome. Like when you are doing the video or a movie, like how do you plan your video?
Like the skits that I do, those they just
Yes.
kind of come to me. The ideas kind of come to me just randomly. So, and it's crazy because I have at times I'll get bombarded with a ton of ideas, and if I don't write them down, I'll
Yes.
forget. I've forgotten so many videos. I have so many ideas just written down in my notes on my phone. So yeah, they'll just come to me, and I get a lot of inspiration from music, especially like the short films and stuff like that I've done. Like I'll start with like I'll listen to a song, and the idea will just spark from there. So I'll start with the music, and then the idea will come. Then I'll write it out, and then I'll try to shoot it. So most of the stuff that I've shot so far has been from my phone. So I don't have any like fancy equipment, stuff like that. It's just straight from my phone. So and then a couple of things like the stuff that I've been working on lately. I linked up with the director out here. His name is Issa Bolden. Amazing dude. He does great work, and we've been working together on some short films and some web series and stuff like that as well. So he has all the equipment and cameras, and all the expertise and stuff like that. So it's been working out.
And like as an entrepreneur, you get many ideas at once. And like, how do you deal with the situation? Because I felt that experience.
You know what? I'm still struggling with that. Like it's so many things that I want to do, and it gets really frustrating. As you know,
Yeah.
just being a creative person, it's like it never stops. It never cuts off. So what I'm trying to do now is just dump it all out, and then just sort it out. So dump it and sort it. So if I have an idea, I'll write it down, either put it on my phone or just write it out on paper, and then pick like maybe the top five, and then prioritize those. So after you write down, just say you write down 20 things. All right, from those 20, what can you consolidate? Because some of the ideas may be similar. So if you can consolidate any of those
Yes.
ideas, okay, start doing that. Then once you break it down to say 10, then you go through the 10 and see, okay, what's the maybe easiest to start, or what can I do right now with the resource? Like if I don't have any extra money or any extra time or equipment, what can I do right now to start something on here? And then you write those, and then you go from there.
And some people will like they'll have lot of ideas, but they won't take action because they think that they want that big equipment or a lighting or a studio. Like what you tell
Yeah,
to those people?
I would say, I learned this a long time ago to use what's in your hands. You know, like you say, a lot of people feel like they need all this fancy equipment, they
All
need
the
lights
yes,
and cameras and but we have so much within ourselves. We have so much around us. We have so much that we may be overlooking. You know, like I say, I just use my phone. Somebody tell me use what's in your hands. At the time I had my phone in my hand, I'm like, okay, I can record from my phone. I downloaded this editing app. I learned how to edit, and I learned how to put the little music to it, and you just put it out. You know, it's not like Steven Spielberg level, but you know, you'll get there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So yeah, I'll just say just start. Wherever you're at, just start. And as you it's like walking. You know, if you say, I want to go to the 7-Eleven that's 3 blocks away, but I don't have a car. I don't have the means to get there. I have legs, I can walk, but I want to drive. Okay, I can't drive, but I can walk. And as you take each step, you're getting closer and closer to your goal. You're getting closer and closer to your destiny. So if you start with your phone, okay, cool. You make a few videos with your phone. Now maybe you can get a camera. Now maybe you can rent some space. So now, you know, so it's just steps.
And like, who is your mentor in acting or in your motivation?
As far as motivation, of course, Evan Carmichael, a bunch of people that I claim to be my mentors, Eric Thomas, Les Brown, Gary V. I
Dwayne
listen to them all
Johnson.
the time. Yeah, absolutely. Will Smith.
Yes, Will Smith. Because I
Yeah,
see
Kevin Hart.
a lot of that posts on your feed.
Yeah. Everybody I post, you know, they're my mentors. So hopefully I'll get a chance to work with Will Smith in the near future and The Rock, you know, but
Yeah.
they're like my
What is the
favorite
biggest
actors.
yeah, what is the biggest lesson you learned from them?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. The phone is. Can you
Yeah.
hear me?
What is the biggest lesson you learned from them?
The biggest lesson that I've learned from them is to commit, to commit, to fully commit to your goals, fully commit to your dreams, fully commit to making this world a better place. And it's not from just saying, I'm gonna go out and change the world, I'm gonna go out and just do this huge thing. Sometimes it's just the smallest thing. Sometimes it's, you know, giving $1 to somebody on the street, or saying hi to somebody, or, you know, just, you know, making somebody laugh. You know, those little things can spark major change. You know, we may not look at it as that, but we're all connected. You know, we're all connected in some way, shape, or form, no matter how far we live geographically. If I do something to affect the person next to me in a positive way, I don't know who they reach. I don't know who they're connected to, who they know. You know, their reach can, you know, be way further than my reach. But if I help to make their day better, then it's a ripple effect. They're turn
Yes.
around. Just like, you know, when you go to like McDonald's or something and you pay for the car behind you, they normally will pay for the car behind them, and they'll keep going and keep going. And, you know, it'll be all day people paying for the car behind them, because it grows and grows, you know, and it also works with negativity. You know, if you're having a bad day, you can put that off on somebody else, you know, your coworker,
Yes.
or, you know, somebody in line behind you, you're upset, and, you know, that just rubs off as well. So I try to make a conscious effort to just be positive and just be nice, you know. It doesn't cost anything to be nice.
And how do you keep yourself motivating every day? What keeps you inspiring and motivates?
My biggest inspiration and motivation is my family. That's a big goal of mine, to help my family. Well, you know, take care of my family, like take care of my parents. I want to buy my parents a house. You know, just help my family reach their goals and their dreams and their visions, and just things that they want to do. Not to say that they're not doing it now, but I want to be more proactive in their lives as far as more hands-on, you know. So my family inspired me. And every day I just try to, it all depends on what you put before you each day, right? So
Yeah.
if you get out of bed and you read something inspirational, read an affirmation, or, listen to some music that's going to put you in a good mood, like those things help me to stay, inspired. And I heard someone say, inspiration is I can't think of the exact quote, but it's something like inspiration is like brushing your teeth. You have to do it every day. So
Yes.
it's nothing that you can just do once and expect it to last forever. If you brush your teeth today and don't brush your teeth for 3 weeks, you're going to be in a world of trouble. So, it's
Simon
whatever
Sinek, I guess.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So whatever you put before you each day, it's going to shape and mold your life. So I just try to read positive things. I try to, just speak my affirmations, and, that helps me stay motivated and inspired.
Awesome. And I came across your book, Should Men Cry? The
Yeah.
story behind it. Yes.
How that came about, it's funny because my first time to Hawaii, as soon as I got off the plane, it's crazy. I just got the whole concept for the book. Like I heard everything, like because I don't know, it's just so peaceful and so beautiful and so serene. And the concept for it is as men, we have a tendency to hold everything in. Like we don't like to open up. We don't like to
Open.
show our emotions. We don't like to cry. We don't like to, just go through life in a free way as far as emotionally. So I wanted to kind of shed light on that myth that we have to be strong all the time. We can't cry. We can't show emotion. We can't be, people say men sometimes think that if you cry, you're weak, or if you show any type of emotion, you're weak. And it's not, it's the opposite. So I wanted to let men know that it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to be open. It's okay to trust people with your heart. It's okay to talk about, things that we go through, things that we deal with, because a lot of guys, we just go through it on our own and hold everything in, and end up getting depressed, or end up, just hurt in the end because we don't feel like we can trust people with our heart and trust people with our emotions. So that's what stemmed the book.
And it is most of the men wear mask because.
Absolutely. And yeah, with women, it seems like women are more free to speak their emotions, and if they have a problem with somebody, or if they feel a certain way, they're not going to bottle it in for the most part. You guys are going to speak and say what's
Yes.
on your mind, for the most part. And I'm sure it's just freeing. It's like you feel lighter, not holding that weight, so I just want the guys to be free.
Awesome. So you published that book by yourself, like a own, or you went through any publication?
It was self-published.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
How much time it took to write that book? How was that process of thing?
It was. I mean, that was my first book, so it was an interesting process. I felt like it took longer than I wanted, because you get impatient. You
Yes.
have the idea, you just want to put it out. Like I'm writing this book today, and I'm putting it out today. Like it's gonna be a bestseller. Let's go. But I had to do it. I had to do a few rewrites. I have a lot of testimonies from different men, and just talking about their experiences with showing emotions and what they felt about it. So I had a lot of help with it, and I mean, I wrote on and off, but I guess collectively, I mean, it's a short book, so it took about maybe a month or so.
Okay.
But again, like on and off, I put it down for a little while. Like, all right, I gotta finish the book. And I picked it back up, and I had to do some rewrites and add some stuff. So, and then the crazy part is, I had to take all my quotes out because
Okay.
I didn't realize at the time I had to get the quotes. I had to get permission to use the quotes. So I didn't want to wait the time that it would have took to and get them back. So I just took the quotes out. But I for the next book, what to do, what not to do.
Awesome. Like, when are you going to start your next book? What is the title?
I actually wrote a book a couple years ago. Is completed. I'm not sure if I'm gonna put it out or not. We'll see.
Okay.
It's kind of it's just about my. So I mean I don't feel like my journey is nowhere near over. So I may hold off for a little while before I put that out, just to add more to it. My next book, I'm not sure. I have some things that I want to write as far as movies, some movie ideas, and a couple web series. So I think that'll probably be next.
Like, what will be your book name for your story? Any guess?
I would say it'll be called Through the Fire.
What?
Through the Fire.
Okay.
Yeah. When you go, it's like gold. When the gold goes through the fire, it's refined and made to look beautiful. So
And yes. So, like, what are your favorite books that you recommend to your son, or like a top 3 books that you recommend?
My top 3 books. Well, no, number one, the Bible. I read the Bible. That's one of my favorite books. I think. Okay, all right, and so that's one. Number 2 would be Think and Grow Rich. That would be my second one.
Okay.
My third would be, I would say, The Alchemist.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, that'd be my 3.
Yeah, have you read Lewis Howes' The Mask of Masculinity?
No, I haven't. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to put that on my list.
Awesome. Like, what is the impact you're gonna create?
The impact that I want to create is I want to leave a legacy of not only people believing in their dreams and their purpose, but I always like to say, live in purpose on purpose. So it's like, don't stumble into your purpose, like actually live in purpose on purpose. So once we realize our purpose for living in purpose, we all have a reason for being on this planet. We all have a purpose. We all have gifts. We all have talent. We all have abilities. So I want to leave a legacy of like, man, if I could do it, you could do it. If I could reach my goals, you can reach your goals. Like I plan on dying empty, and whatever that God, any gifts God gave me and put on the inside of me, I want them all out in the world and making the world a little bit better after I'm gone. So that's what I would like to leave.
And lastly, like, where people can find you? I know everywhere.
Oh yeah, I'm on Instagram, Devon Triche, Facebook, Devon Triche. Pretty much on every social media platform is Devon Triche. On Twitter is Devon, DEVON _Triche, TRICHE. But I'm
Yes,
pretty much on Instagram.
Yeah, when I searched on Google, it's like it gave all the info of you.
Yeah. Hopefully all good stuff popped up.
Yes. And also your profile on IMDb.
Oh yeah, all that pop up. Yeah, so
yes.
That's good. And thank you for that intro. That intro was amazing.
Awesome.
It's pretty cool.
And I got to know that your nickname is Vaughn.
Yes, yes, that's everybody calls me Vaughn.
Okay.
All my friends and family. So you can call me Vaughn.
Okay, Devon. Okay, Vaughn. Got you.
Yeah, but they just cut it short. Like black people, that's what we
Yeah.
do. We take people's names and just cut it short. So Devon
Mm.
becomes Vaughn or D. So
Yes. Like, what is your favorite quote? On IMDb, I found one quote.
I'm sorry, my what?
A favorite quote that you live by?
Oh, quote. My favorite quote. So many. I mean, that's definitely the one that you quoted was is definitely one of my favorites. Shoot
Yeah.
for the moon,
Shoot for moon. Yes.
and I love that. Just the concept of going beyond what you feel is your comfort zone. You know, like the average person may just say, "I'll shoot for the sky," but if you go beyond the sky, like there's more to life than just the sky. Like there's people say the sky's the limit. No, the sky isn't the limit. We can go beyond it. So if you shoot for the moon or you shoot even for beyond the moon and say you don't make it, you're still amongst the stars. And the stars represent not only the stars in the galaxy, you know, the stars in the sky, but stars in life.
Yes.
And not just actors in Hollywood, but stars as in you living in your purpose. You know, you can be a star and be a janitor. You know, that may be your purpose to be a janitor, or your purpose to be a dentist or a doctor or a lawyer or a fireman. Like whatever you're called to do, you can be a star in your own right. So I think that would be definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's why I named it as like a becoming rock stars. What I believe is in every craft there is one rock star.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And
Yes,
I feel like
yeah, for
it's
example, if you take YouTube, Evan, like all Evan Carmichael, he's doing the best. He's a
yeah,
rock star.
absolutely. Yes, yes. In every stage of life, every level, you know, you be the best you, you know, that you can
Yes,
be. A lot of times we compare ourselves to other people, but our journey is different. Everybody's journey is different. So what success looks like to me may not be successful to Kevin Hart or successful to Will Smith or, you know, all these different people. But my path and journey is different. You know, I'm playing at an A level on this level until I get to the next level, you know? So just
yes.
got to keep
And
going and keep growing.
as what I feel is I tell to myself, you are a limited edition. So,
Mm. I'm gonna have to use that. I'm gonna have to borrow
yes,
that one. I like that. You are a limited edition. I
yes.
like that.
So you are a limited edition. So you have all the powers.
You're right about it. And when you think like that, you're right. You give yourself power. You give yourself even more confidence to go out and conquer things and not compare yourself. You know, I think
Yes,
that's the biggest enemy of joy is comparison.
yes. And like nobody can be you. You are the only you. Like,
Yep. Yep. There's only one you in this world. Just like
yes,
snowflakes.
yes.
There's no two snowflakes are the same.
Thank you so much, Devon. Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate this and share your platform and allow me to come on and speak to the people. And thank you.
Thank you so much because I see your work daily and also like I see that on event stories how you
Yeah,
connect with people and
yeah, that's the key. Just, you know, connecting and just, you know, putting yourself out there. You never know.
also yeah, I also saw like Evan wearing your shirt. I work team
Oh yeah.
motivation shirt.
Yeah, that was huge. That was huge. When I saw him posted, I was like, oh, I made it. I feel like I made it. I feel like I accomplished something huge. No, yeah, that
Yes.
was major. That was definitely cool.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Happy Christmas and happy holidays.
Oh,
Happy
thank
New
you.
Year.
Happy New Year's to you too. Merry Christmas and
Thank
all that
you.
good stuff.
Yeah,
You're very
thank
welcome.
you.